Hey, how's it going? Welcome to Daring Lion Gaming. In this video, I'll be playing Phoenix Aggression against Ebony Maw. But before we get started, if you like the videos I've made so far, be sure to like and subscribe, and also leave a comment. I always enjoy hearing what you have to say. And now with that out of the way, let's get started. So, first, I'll read Ebony Maw, just so if you can't see it on camera, you can, you know what he does. So, he has a forced interrupt that says, when Ebony Maw activates against you, remove an invocation counter from each spell card in your play area. And then he has the standard set and Armies of Titan and Black Order in his deck. So when revealed, each player discards cards from the top of the encounter deck until a spell environment is discarded and puts it into play in their play area. And then we shuffle the discard pile into the encounter deck. So here's the first one. It comes into play with 2 invocation counters, and after the last invocation counter is removed from manipulation, discard it, and then discard 1 random card from my hand. And I'm also confused. That one's kind of rough. All of his spell cards are really rough. That's what makes him a difficult villain. There. And now this comes into play with 1 threat on it. Ebony Maw's health is here. He has 14 on this side. And then now I can set up my character. So I have 9 hit points here. Set up, put your Phoenix Force upgrade into play. Restrain side faced up, 4 counters. And then fix it. Now I can draw up to my hand size. Okay. Let's see what I have here. I'm definitely going to be keeping the Genius. This one is not really that useful right now because there's not enough threat on the main scheme. Cybo attack's always good. 2 of these in the same turn. I don't need either of those. There's no minions either. So I think I'll mulligan all of those and just keep those 2 cards. My Cybo attack, my Genius. And I'll draw 4 more. That's a pretty good turn. It's actually really good. I can get Psylocke out on the first turn, which will help a lot. Yeah. So this is my hand. It's a pretty good hand. And now I'll begin playing. So Phoenix has an alter ego ability where after I make a basic recovery, I place a power counter on Phoenix Force. So the whole idea here is that my Phoenix Force is determined by this upgrade. And if I run out of counters, I become unleashed and the Phoenix Force comes out and I become stronger. But there's more chance that my Nemesis minion comes out, which is Dark Phoenix. I'll start by flipping into hero form. Or actually, no, I want to play Cerebro first. So I'll get Cerebro out. So that's into play now. And then I'll use Cerebro to search the top 5 cards of your deck for an X-Men ally, and add that ally to your hand. But since I'm a psionic character, I get to search my entire deck. So I can grab any ally that I want here. I think I'll grab Colossus as my first ally. May or may not end up actually playing him this turn. Yeah, I'm not gonna grab Colossus. I'll grab, guess, Angel. Yeah. Yeah, I'll grab Angel this turn. I'm shuffling my deck and then putting it back. Now I'll flip into hero mode. Also, Cerebro is exhausted. I'm going to be using these blue tokens to represent exhausted characters. And I think I want to start by playing Psylocke. She's a really good ally. She costs 4. Since she's psionic, my Power of the Mind will generate 2 resources for that. So between that and Genius, that's 4 resources to afford Psylocke. And then I'll also play Angel because I can use my Cybo attack and my hero resource to remove 1 power counter from the Phoenix Force and generate a wild resource. So that's and Angel reduces this cost by 1 since I'm a X-Men character. So now I have 2 allies out, which is pretty good. I think Phoenix will thwart. I don't know. I think I'll just attack for the first round. So Psylocke also comes into play with 3 counters on her. Wait, no, 2 counters on her, which I can remove to deal an extra damage and stun. So first I'll attack with Psylocke, and then there's an interrupt. When Psylocke attacks an enemy, remove 1 psionic counter from her, confuse that enemy, and deal 1 damage to it. I will do that. So she's attacking for 1. And then I deal an additional damage and confuse him. Now Angel will attack for 2 as well. And then Phoenix will attack for 1. And I'll grab my consequential damages from my ally. And then Phoenix deals 1 damage. That was a pretty good first turn. Now in my turn, ready all of my characters, and draw up to my hand size of 5. Nice. Okay. Now it's Ebony Maw's turn. He adds 1 threat to the main scheme. He will attack me. I'm not going to block with anyone. Yeah, I won't block with anyone this turn. That's 1, 2, 3 damage. I'm down to 6 health now. And then he deals me. And then this goes down. So it started with 2 counters on it. And then when he activates against me, it removes 1. So that's at 1 now. I get my encounter card dealt to me. Shadow of the Past. Okay. This is going to get interesting. So Phoenix has a incredibly powerful Nemesis minion. And this side scheme here can actually cause me to lose the game. So I'll read off these as well. So Dark Phoenix, Cosmic Entity Elite, steady, tough, and villainous. And then when Dark Phoenix schemes, place threat on Consume the World available. And then when revealed, search the encounter deck, discard pile, and set aside area for Consume the World and reveal it. Consume the World is a side scheme permanent with an amplify icon. It says after threat is placed here, if there's at least 12 threat here, the players lose the game. So if that gets up to 12, I lose. So this game is not going to go... I could still win, but it's not looking great. And Dark Phoenix is tough. Okay. Let's see. Now it's my turn. Don't really have the damage right now to deal with Dark Phoenix. Yeah, so I'll thwart 3 off of Consume the World. And then I'll have my allies thwart the rest of it off. The reason I want to do that is because if you remove all of the threat from it, it removes the amplify icon, which is going to be very useful here. And then I'll pay... Gotta think how many resources I have. I want a telekinetic attack. Or do I want to just ready? Yeah, I want a telekinetic attack. So I'll pay 3 to do that. It deals 7 damage. I will deal that damage to Ebony Maw. The play might just be to try to ignore Dark Phoenix. And then I will pay 1 using my wild resource to remove 1 power counter from Phoenix Force and ready Phoenix. I will have her thwart the rest off of attack on nowhere. And then I think I'm going to flip down to try to avoid some of this damage and get a larger hand size. Yeah, I think that'll be okay. So main scheme goes up by 1. Or also ready all my characters and draw up to my hand size first. Okay, that's a lot of resources. Let's see here. Okay. That's actually a pretty good hand because I can use Cerebro to search for Colossus like I was doing earlier. This will be a good turn. Okay, so main scheme went up by 1. Ebony Maw doesn't activate because he was confused. Phoenix does activate though. She schemes for 2 plus 0, so just 2. On to consume the world. And then I get dealt an encounter card. Peril. That doesn't matter for single player. It says when revealed, if Dark Phoenix is in play, she activates against you. She is in play, so she activates again for 2, 3, 4 threat. On to consume the world. Okay, so that's right back where it was. Now it's my turn. Let's see here. I'll start by using Cerebro to search for an ally. I'll grab Colossus. And I shuffled out my deck. Yeah, shuffled out my deck. That exhausts Cerebro. Now I'll go into hero mode. Professor X costs 3. Gotta think about the order here. Okay, I'll pay for a Psychic Assault. Wait, did I forget to remove a counter from Phoenix Force? Yeah, I did forget to remove the power counter earlier. Because I've used the resource twice, and that removes 1. Yeah, so that should have 1. So I'll finish this, but I'll use my last resource and yeah, no. Okay, first I think I'm just going to get this out of the way. I'm gonna attack with Angel for 2. That defeats Ebony Maw. It brings out the second Ebony Maw. When revealed, each player discards the top card of the encounter deck until they get a spell card. Okay. There's 1. It enters play with 3 counters. That's it. And then he has 18 health. Okay. Okay, that was good. Now I will play Psychic Assault using Power of the Mind. Deals 3 damage and confuses. Now I'll play Colossus. He costs me 3 right now. So he costs 3 because he reduces by 1, I'll use my double resource, my last Phoenix Force counter. So that flips me to Unleashed, and I get -2 thwart, but +2 attack. And Colossus comes in with a tough status card. And then I will also play, well, first I'll attack for 3. 1, 2, 3. Then I'll play Professor X using Power of the Mind because he's psionic and this. And he has a force response. After he enters play, choose one. Confuse the villain, stun a minion, or ready an X-Men character. So I will ready Phoenix. Then I will attack for 3 again. And then... okay, I gotta do a little calculations here. So first, obviously, I think Professor X should thwart 3 off of this. I think I'm actually okay here. So Colossus does 3, Psylocke will do 3, leaving the villain at 3 health, and my attack will do 3. So all I need to do is survive here. Yeah, so I'm gonna have a Colossus attack for 3. It's gonna discard his tough status card from the consequential damage. 1, 2, 3. And then Psylocke, I will save her this turn and attack next time. But I was off. I would have had to do 4 more damage. Yeah, I think that's all. I'll leave Psylocke to make use of the Confuse just in case something goes horribly wrong. Now, I'll ready all my characters. Professor X has 1 consequential. Drop to my hand size. Great, I got some attack events, so I can just throw my allies in front of myself and try to live. Main scheme goes up by 1. Ebony Maw activates against me, which removes a counter. So this one triggers discard 1 card at random from my hand, and I'm confused. Okay, and then top card, Scimitar, gone. This one goes down to 2. And then the attack is for 2. I'll block with Professor X. 2, 3 damage. Professor X leaves play. And now Phoenix attacks me, or Dark Phoenix attacks me. Oh, also there's the amplify icon, so it's actually 4 damage. I think I'll block with Psylocke here. For she attacks me for 2, 3, 4 damage. Psylocke is gone. Also, I'm confused. I want to make sure that that's all it was, though. Yeah, and I'm confused. This shouldn't end up mattering, though, because I'm just trying to attack. And then I get dealt 1 encounter card, and please don't be horrible. A Surge. Surge. Okay, comes into play with 3 counters on it. Caught off guard. Discard an upgrade or support you control. Okay, I will just discard Cerebro. Yeah, I think I'm in the clear now. So now, I could win this a lot of different ways. So, let's say I could pay 2, deal 4 damage with Cybo, and then that leaves him at 2 health. And then I'll attack with Colossus. That would defeat him, actually put him at -1, and then I could attack with Phoenix, put him at -4 health. That was pretty cool. So, that was Phoenix against Ebony Maw, and I also against Dark Phoenix because I got Shadows of the Past. I hope you enjoyed it, and again, like if you enjoyed this video, like, subscribe. It helps me out a lot. And then also leave a comment, and I'll respond to you in the comment section. And till next time, stay zesty.